You know, we're going to find out real quick, Kenny, because
I'm talking about the build-up, okay? Flamboyant at times, controversial at times, a smart guy. He knows what he's doing in there.
That was good, but Steve Cunningham won't be intimidated by those types of tactics. He's been in foreign countries. He's fought Marco Huck in Germany, Krzysztof Wlodarczyk in Poland. He's fought guys all over in their home territories, and I don't think.
Round one underway. It is scheduled for 12.
And you see the first punch he shot, it landed, and he's got to work in there. That's, I think, something Tyson Fury thinks that Steve Cunningham
tonight.
You know, his jab is improved. He's much faster. Tyson's a much better fighter than he was 3 years ago. And use my raw talent and determination. But now I'm taking my career seriously, and now I'm getting properly prepared for these fights. Good shot by Fury. He's talking to him there, saying, listen, come on, that ain't nothing, that ain't nothing. Fury's definitely a showman, but he's landed some good punches too in this first round, Kenny.
Round one coming to an end. It's scheduled for 12. Tyson Fury. Gloves and the taunting of Cunningham hasn't worked so far, but there's a long way to go.
For you, Steve.
Round two underway in that first round according to CompuBox. Fury. Oh, he's knocked down. He's knocked down. Cunningham has flown
right there. Steve Cunningham is looking to land that overhand right. Tyson Fury got too aggressive and got caught with a big shot. Steve Cunningham, Kenny.
And Cunningham now. Even more aggressive, coming right back with the...
Steve Cunningham knows what he's got to do now.
He is leaning right against this rope. The rope is helping him out at this moment.
The soft puncher he thought it was, and he just caught Steve Cunningham with a nice right hand there, and Steve's got to be careful.
And Fury here in that strong right in this second round.
Beautiful overhand right, and all that was, Kenny, was all evidence of that.
Especially one of the things that you were talking about yesterday. Again, nice shot there by Fury. Is it Cunningham? Coming to an end. Steve Cunningham. Second round.
We see Tyson Fury lazy with the left hook, just getting a little careless, a little perfectly, landed an overhand right on the top of Fury's head that visibly hurt him and shook him. Fury stayed down for 7 or 8 seconds, a veteran move to kind of get his composure. Cunningham overhand right, and showing a bit of enthusiasm there. Her husband's in this fight. And slippier, more slippery. Big right hand from Tyson Fury.
And Fury comes out strong here in the... And again coming back with combinations, but sliding in left was Cunningham.
Because he's big, but as soon as you hit him back with something, he got a problem. But he's very big. And if the ref let him go...
All right, Chris, Cunningham trying to go back to work, and Tyson Fury is standing with him.
Good shots, disciplined left jab, and set punches up off of his left jab.
Cunningham dodges that right.
And you see Tyson Fury, he's getting physical with the way on those combinations.
Round three coming to an end. Steve and Livy and the Cunningham family as round four begins. Tyson Fury in the white, which out at the champ Vladimir Klitschko. So far, a knockdown back in the second round by Steve Cunningham. And Cunningham going to
back and land those punches, but he's already got Fury's attention with that straight right hand in the beginning of this fourth round. He's shown he can hurt the bigger man. Much difference here. We didn't know if that was going to be possible, Kenny. Needs to get back to
his
jab.
He was using the jab effective early.
Well, he's physically strong. Even if he's not. Good body shot by Tyson.
Once again, Fury getting... Take a look at the action, and there's that right by Cunningham. With instructions between rounds as we go to round 5 is scheduled for 12. Tyson Fury, the tall man there, making his U.S. debut against Steve Cunningham, the two-time cruiserweight.
Tyson, it's tough. It's very tough just to keep the bigger man off of him because Tyson's so physical, it makes it tough. And here the referee's taking a point away from Tyson Fury. It looks like for holding.
And that was a nice right by Fury.
Tyson's getting a little frustrated right now because he's trying to fight and he's having troubles getting separation and distance on the inside when him and Steve are in the
Any chance with that reach advantage, is he? He's going in on him mostly.
You see when Tyson frees those hands up, it's giving Steve problems. He's physically banging it out with a guy who's 255 pounds.
And that's a nice right by Tyson Fury.
He's doing good work here. And you multiply that, Kenny, over 12 rounds, and you got a tired 210-pound fighter if the fight continues to take this form. Tyson's not doing anything special in there. He's just walking to Steve. He's landing good cuffing punches on the inside because Steve had been doing very well the last couple rounds.
And that was a nice right by Fury once again. Fury stronger for a headbutt. Fury and Cunningham regaining his confidence after landing 23 punches to 14 for Cunningham. And let's listen in between rounds. Cunningham has fought 2 other times in Madison Square Garden.
He's getting in the corner there. Tyson had a good round. He's a little shaken, and Nazeem Richardson was taking his sweet time to put the tape around Steve's gloves, giving his fighter some extra.
We're in round 6, scheduled for 12.
Now, Tyson's got a lot of confidence here, and then again, I think it's going to be very difficult for Steve to keep the bigger man off him for the last 6 rounds.
Tyson's
the little guy, and eventually, good right hand from Steve, but eventually, if the big man continues. Nice little short left uppercut by Steve, but he's having troubles keeping the bigger man off of him. Good right hand by Tyson.
And Tyson Fury is cutting down this ring again on Cunningham.
Tyson can take those punches from Steve and come back, but Steve doesn't have the body for it. He's not able to set his feet and land the hard punches, and it's taken away from his performance now, Kenny.
With a solid round once again. He and Cunningham fighting on now to the 7th. Stay unbeaten in his U.S. debut against Cunningham.
Fury says he didn't take boxing seriously. He says he partied, he drank heavily before some fights. He says an illness to his son, Prince, changed.
They were high school sweethearts. Have 2 children now as round 7 begins. As you take a look there at Larry Hazard's unofficial scorecard. Glad to have Larry here with us on this. Let's check in with Chris.
Nazeem, how do you think that Steve's holding up?
Doing well. He's a warrior. But they let a big man fight like this.
Cut by Furies. They looked like they were about ready to be separated.
No, it's real rough in there, and until the referee says break, you have to defend yourself.
Obviously, this is what everybody looked at when this fight started.
Another strong right uppercut by Fury, and I just see the bigger man really taking control and walking Steve down, getting him tired. Good body shot by Fury. I think Steve's a little hurt here, Kenny.
That's a nice uppercut, 2 of them in there.
Steve's almost done here. Look at this.
There's another good, and he's down. Cunningham is knocked down by Fury.
See him using that forearm. I think Steve's done here, Kenny. He's in a lot of trouble. Yeah, they need to stop this fight.
This fight is over. Defeated, knocking out Cunningham in the 7th.
But smaller guy tonight in Steve Cunningham. Steve Cunningham has nothing to be ashamed of. He fought a great fight.
Cunningham and in power punches as well, and this is the way it ends here in the 7th.
When he landed that right uppercut, Steve's in. Those are big punches, and you see him using the left forearm, getting separated to land that right uppercut and right hand again. There it was, that right uppercut. That might have not looked like a very hard punch, but it knocked him off, gaining separation, another short right uppercut, holding his head, and using it to measure him. And
Cunningham by 20 power punches over the last 3 rounds. Kept getting strong.
He used his game plan like he told us. He said, look, I'm the bigger guy. I'm going to show him I'm the bigger guy. Punch was the key to why it landed. That left forearm was everything.
Fury said, quote, if I can't shine now for
Tyson Fury.